So now you've done some zombie front squats, you've progressed load a little bit. Now let's go on to the next kind of progression of this variation, where I'm gonna have you incorporate the arms to help hold the bar in place, which should offer more stability and therefore enable you to move more load. So the setup's the same. Get that collarbone right in the middle of the bar, press in, reach, flex the humerus up to create the shelf behind the knee to the front delt, walk the bar out. Now we can add our hands. It's very important to maintain a degree of flexion at the humerus to maintain your shelf as you walk out. Take your brace. Obligated to maintain an upright posture. Bam. There's your front squat. Another progression, which I would favor over the crossed arm position if you have access to the range, which I unfortunately don't at this point, would be a front rack position. Why this is advantageous, this is a great way to build to a push press or a push jerk, but that'll be another video. But basically, being able to have the bar here in a front rack, same application, it requires a given amount of wrist, elbow, shoulder, and lat flexibility to achieve that front rack position, but something definitely worth working towards as you're incorporating these front squats into your program. So if you notice you're one of these people that's dumping out on all their squats, forget low bar, forget high bar. Run front squats for 12 weeks. Have those be your primary squat movement in your programming, and I promise you, when you go back to the back squat, you're gonna feel like you're cheating. So a fair question would be is, how long should I front squat? How long should I prioritize front squat through this phase of my training before going back to back squatting, high bar or low bar? Charles Poliquin came up with a lot of principles, great principles of relative strength from movement to movement, and he believed that your front squat should be in the range of 70 to 75% of your back squat, all right? If you're a 500-pound squatter, I'd recommend you run front squat for as long as it takes until you can properly front squat 350, 375, which is 70 to 75% of your back squat. Once you reach that point, you return to your back squat, promise you, you will notice a dramatic improvement in your posture and position. And why is this important? Something to understand is, when you're training, all right, you want to maintain that upright position that we're talking about. This will always be there. You know, if you're on the platform, you're trying to hit a new max, that'll always be there. This compensatory strategy to dump back into the hips, that'll always be there. But if you're 10 weeks out, 12 weeks out, 16 weeks out, in your off season, you're dumping your hips out in your squat, what do you think is gonna happen when you add more load? What do you think is gonna happen when the barbell gets heavier? Add load to a dysfunctional movement pattern, you only strengthen the compensation. So stop doing that shit. How do you think, if you're doing sets of 5 at 315 and they look like this, what do you think is gonna happen when you put 365 on the bar? What do you think is gonna happen? So guys, work some front squats into your program. Build the capacity of that movement, 70 to 75% of your back squat, and then we can all make squatting great again. Thanks for watching.